solve this question number 1 of exercise 1.1. It is written that using the appropriate properties and we have to find out the value. Simplify this. See, now it is very important that which property is going to be used and how to use it. If you simplify with the simple way, you simplify this first, this remain as it is, this, then simplify, you will get the same answer. As it is mentioned into the question, we have to use the appropriate property to find out the value. So let us first, it is very important to identify that which property we have to use. So you can see that the terms which are into the product are considered as a single term. So we should do the bracket for the same. So this is one term, this is another, and this is the third term. So there are three terms which we have. So what I'll do first, I'll keep those two terms together which has one of the term common. Since the two terms which I have written into the bracket, if you observe carefully that 3 by 5 is common in both the terms. So what I'll do first, I'll write this both the terms together. So that means when you are changing the order of the terms, so that property we are using, which property it is called, you are changing the order, the value won't change. So that called commutative property, correct. So the first we'll use the commutative property. So this term as it is, I'm writing this term. When you are changing the term, you should write the term with the sign. Remember, this sign of the term is negative, so it should remain negative when you are changing the order, and this remain as it is. Don't forget to write out the property which you used. You used commutative property. Now what? We obtain that two terms together with the same term. Now the term which is common, we are taking out that term as a common. So I'll tell you after writing this step that which property I have used. When I'll take out this term outside, you can see this only term remains here, minus 2 by 3, minus this only terms remain here. Now you can see that which property I have used. If I am going to multiply this term with both the terms, I am obtaining this step. That means which property I have used here? Correct, I have used the distributive property, which is the last one. How it is distributive property? As it is already in the distributive form, so the common term I have taken out. So this is also called the distributive property. It's a reverse process, but the property which we use is distributive. And the term as it is, let us note down, it is distributive property. Now what next? Let us simplify now this first. To simplify the fraction, we know that the term, the base, or we can say the denominator should be equal. As they are not equal, we have to make them equal by taking out the LCM. So LCM of 3 and 6 is 6. The LCM of 3 and 6. Now what? To obtain 6 here, we have to multiply with 2. It is already 6, so 1. This 2 should be multiplied with the numerator, minus 4. 1 with the numerator, minus 1. Remember this as it is. Here we did not use any property, so we don't write. We should keep it as it is, 3 upon 5 into minus 4 minus 1. We know whenever the signs are equal, it is addition. हमने ऐसा भी पढ़ा है कि minus minus plus, but remember the sign should be always of a greater number. So minus 5 upon 6 plus 5 by 2. As it is one single term, we should do the simplify. As 5 would be cancelled and 3 to the 6. So let us see that what remains here. It remains 1 in the numerator, but as it is minus, so minus 1, and it remains 2 in the denominator, plus 5 by 2. Now you can see that both the terms have the same denominator. They are called like fraction. So whenever it is like fraction, we directly do the addition or subtraction of the numerator, whatever the relation between the numerator. Numerator is minus 1 plus 5. Plus minus minus the sign of the bigger term. 4, 5 is the bigger term, and 2 2 ones are 2 twos are. So the answer comes 2. This is how we simplify. Got it? Good. Let's continue the second question or second question of the question number 1. Again we have to use the appropriate property and we have to simplify this. As we discussed in the first question, we are supposed to those two terms together which has the equal one of the term common or one of the term is equal. So we can consider that this is one term because it has a product. This is considered as another term. This is considered as another term. So now we have 3 terms. So now which 2 terms have the equal term? It's 2 by 5 is here, and you can see the last term has also 2 by 5. So let's do this. Let us write this both the terms together. The first term, as we discussed, when we are taking this term, we have to take the term with the sign. It's 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. And we should keep this term as it is. It's 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. As we change the order of the term, so that property is called commutative property. Don't forget to write this into the exam because teacher won't give you the marks. You have to mention which property you have used. For specification, you can write the commutative property for addition. You can also write that. Now as 2 by 5 is common, so the rest of the 2 terms, one is minus 3 by 7. Remember, whatever the sign is here should be written as it is. If it was plus, I have written plus. If it was minus, I am supposed to write down minus. Sign is very important. And the remaining term 1 by 14. As I have taken out this common, so the rest of the remaining term I have written into the bracket. So you can see that this is the inverse, or we can say the distributive property. Now this 2 term remain this as it is. But if you observe this, I can see that here it is a cancellation. 3 ones are 3 twos. You can go for it. So which terms remain here? 1 in the numerator and 2 twos are 4 in the denominator. So which property I have used here? Correct. That is distributive property. Distributive property I have used. Now let's simplify this term. To simplify, as they have the addition, so we know that the denominator should be equal. They are not equal, so let's take the LCM. The LCM of 7 and 14 is 14. So 7 should multiply with 2. As it is 14, so no need to write 3 twos are 6 as it is minus plus as nothing, the numerator as it is minus 1 by 4. I have not used any property. Let us simplify further. 2 by 5 as it is. What comes here? Minus 6 plus 1 plus minus minus. When the opposite sign, it is always subtraction. 6 minus 1, 5, sign of the bigger term. So minus 5 upon 40 minus 1 by 4. I should simplify this first. You can see that 5 is cancelled, 2 ones are 2 sevens are. So it remains minus 1 by 7 into minus 1 by 4. Again we have to simplify. To simplify the fraction, we have to make the denominator same. If they are not equal, take LCM. The LCM of 7 and 4 is 28. Let's multiply this 7 with 4 and this 4 with 7. So 4 ones are 4 as it was minus. Minus is there, so 7 ones are 7. Again both the signs are negative. When the signs are equal, it is always addition. 7 and 4, 11, and the sign of the bigger number, minus 11 upon 28. As there is no, it is already in the reduced form, so there is no need to do the cancellation.